An area of the ocean where ships vanish into thin air, where compasses spin wildly, and planes blink out of existence. Welcome to the ultimate unexplained danger zone, the terrifying Bermuda Triangle. Or is it? Today we're separating the spooky campfire myths from the actual, dry, mathematical facts. First, let's actually look at the map. The Bermuda Triangle spans roughly 500,000 square miles of the Atlantic Ocean. To put that into perspective, that's an area bigger than the states of Texas and California combined. But where did this massive urban legend even start? Well, humans have told weird ocean stories for centuries. But the actual phrase, Bermuda Triangle, wasn't even invented until 1964 by a writer named Vincent Gaddis. He used the catchy title for a cover story in a sensational pulp magazine to grab readers' attention. Other writers quickly realized that spooky mysteries sold books, and the myth exploded into pop culture. Suddenly, every regular accident in that patch of ocean was labeled as paranormal or alien activity. But before we look at the math, we have to look at the stories that made it famous in the first place. Let's take a walk through the legendary Hall of Myths to see what really happened to the most famous victims. The undisputed heavyweight champion of Bermuda Triangle legends is Flight 19. On December 5th, 1945, 5 torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. After completing their run, the flight leader became disoriented. Hours later, all 5 planes vanished completely. To make things even stranger, a massive rescue flying boat sent to find them also disappeared that same night. 6 planes gone without a trace. No wreckage, no oil slicks. Absolutely nothing was ever found. Next in the Hall of Myths is the legendary ship, the USS Cyclops. In March 1918, this massive naval vessel, carrying over 300 crew members and a heavy load of manganese ore, went completely missing. Once again, no distress signal was ever received, and no debris was ever spotted by searching ships. As the years rolled on, more ships like the Marine Sulphur Queen in 1963 joined the spooky list. The public devoured these stories. People wanted wild, extraordinary explanations for these tragic losses. Captain Bob here represents the classic supernatural theories that flooded television and books for decades. Theory number 1, the lost city of Atlantis. Some claimed ancient crystals on the ocean floor were zapping ships with death rays. Theory number 2, extraterrestrial abduction. Aliens hovering in the clouds, plucking planes right out of the sky for research. And of course, theory number 3, a massive, legendary sea monster pulling entire vessels down into the deep. But it's time to bring out the science. And for that, we need our resident expert, Professor Fact Check. Professor, please clear the air. What is the first major natural force we need to understand about this area? The Gulf Stream is an incredibly swift, powerful, and turbulent ocean current. Think of it as a massive river inside the ocean. This underwater superhighway moves at speeds up to 5 miles per hour. It can easily carry wreckage hundreds of miles away in a matter of hours. If a plane or a boat experiences a mechanical failure and goes down in this current, the evidence is swept away long before search teams arrive. Next up, what lies directly beneath the surface of the water? Exhibit B, the deep underwater geology. The ocean floor within the Bermuda Triangle contains some of the deepest underwater trenches on the face of the planet. Specifically, the Puerto Rico Trench drops down to depths of nearly 28,000 feet. That's deep enough to hide Mount Everest. Trying to locate a sunken ship or a plane fuselage at the bottom of this trench is like finding a needle in a dark, muddy skyscraper. The technology required to explore these immense depths didn't even exist when the early myths were being made. Without advanced sonar and deep-sea submersibles, early search efforts were completely blind. But wait, what about the spinning compasses? Captain Bob is absolutely certain his compass went haywire. There is an actual scientific phenomenon called magnetic variation. Compasses point to magnetic north, not true geographic north. For decades, the Bermuda Triangle was one of the unique places on Earth where these two lines lined up perfectly. This means if a navigator didn't calculate the variation error correctly, they could easily steer themselves off course without realizing it. Mystery solved? Not quite, because we still have to talk about the most common factor of all: human error. Let's revisit the tragic case of Flight 19. Historical radio logs show the flight leader was convinced his compasses failed. He confidently believed he was flying over the Florida Keys. In reality, he was flying further out into the vast, open Atlantic Ocean. The planes didn't encounter aliens. They simply flew in the wrong direction until they ran completely out of fuel in the pitch dark. As for the massive rescue plane sent to look for them, it was a Martin Mariner flying boat, an aircraft notorious for fuel leaks. A passing ship reported seeing a bright explosion in the sky, right where the rescue plane was flying. It was a mechanical tragedy, not a ghost story. Now let's talk about the weather. The Bermuda Triangle is located in a prime geographical highway for extreme Atlantic weather systems. This area is nicknamed Hurricane Alley. Violent tropical storms and Category 5 hurricanes tear through this exact zone every single year. But it's not just hurricanes. This region experiences sudden, violent weather phenomena called waterspouts, essentially tornadoes over the water. A waterspout can form in minutes, pack winds over 100 miles per hour, and easily flip a small boat before they can even broadcast an SOS. Then there are rogue waves, massive, towering walls of water that appear out of nowhere without any warning signs. Scientists have proven that unique ocean floor topography and colliding currents in this zone can create waves over 100 feet tall. A wave that size hits a ship with the force of a concrete wall, instantly submerging even massive modern vessels. But let's look at the ultimate piece of evidence, the one mathematical fact that completely destroys the myth once and for all. To truly understand if the Bermuda Triangle is dangerous, we have to look at the global shipping data. Let's pull up the official statistics from marine insurance giants like Lloyd's of London and the World Wildlife Fund. The Bermuda Triangle is not an empty, isolated patch of wilderness. It is one of the most heavily trafficked maritime regions in the world. Every single day, hundreds of massive commercial flights fly directly over it, and thousands of cargo ships sail right through it. They travel from Europe to the Americas, from the Caribbean to New York, constantly crossing the triangle without a single issue. When insurance companies look at the numbers, they compare the number of accidents to the total volume of daily traffic. And here is the grand revelation. Statistically, the accident rate in the Bermuda Triangle is absolutely no higher than any other patch of ocean. It is completely, utterly, beautifully average. It has the exact same safety rating as the English Channel or the Pacific Ocean. The World Wildlife Fund published a comprehensive report listing the 10 most dangerous shipping lanes in the entire world for accidents. The dangerous zones include the Mediterranean Sea, the North Sea, and the South China Sea. Do you want to guess who didn't even make the top 10 list? That's right, the Bermuda Triangle didn't even qualify as a high-risk zone because its numbers are simply too ordinary. The mystery isn't why things disappear there. The mystery is why the human brain loves a spooky legend so much more than cold, hard math. A giant magnetic kraken eating a coal ship is an exciting, unforgettable story that keeps people talking for generations. A tragic combination of a failing compass, poor fuel management, and a bad hurricane is realistic, sad, and grounded in reality. So, the actual verified facts prove that bad weather, swift currents, deep trenches, and high traffic account for every single disappearance. There is no official scientific evidence that supernatural forces are at play, but the legend remains alive and well. Now, we want to hear from you. What are your personal thoughts on the Bermuda Triangle? Is it just a big statistical coincidence, or do you think there's still a mystery left to solve? Let us know your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.